we're gonna start yelling and fighting because I wanted to do, not counting Star Wars because that's gonna be its own segment eventually.
Okay.
Some hot movie takes, like controversial movie takes.
Yeah, all yours.
Or we can get to TV too if we can't think of any movie ones, but controversial. And I'll
I have a
start.
question.
Yes, Mikey.
Raise your hand.
Is this just a
You can speak, yes.
Is this a segment just for Jack to make you mad, or are we being serious with our hard takes?
I'll poke him
No,
a
we
little.
can. No, I'm saying we can be hot. We can be serious with our takes.
I'll
Okay,
poke the
'cause I was
Russian
gonna be
bear.
No, I mean,
serious. I was gonna be serious. I just didn't know if Jack was just gonna try to poke.
I'm gonna be
fun
serious,
at the
but I'll
bear.
poke a little bit of fun at the Russian bear.
Well, let's give our like actual movie takes, but we can
Yeah.
we can argue about. I mean, because we don't take this seriously, It's just
Well, yeah,
movies.
I could see Jack saying, "Oh, Back to the Future is horrible."
Well, he's never. Well, that wouldn't count because he's never seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
could
yeah.
see him saying that.
Once he sees it, I'll take. I mean, even then, I'm not going to take that point seriously if he says it's horrible. But that's fine. But once he sees it, I'll listen.
Yeah.
But okay, you want to just start with does anyone have any they want to just get out there?
I
Right away?
love the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I never saw that movie, but it looked like ass.
I've never seen it either.
All right.
Well, you want to explain why you thought it was good because I've heard why it's bad.
Well, I don't like it critically. Like it's not like
Uh-huh.
a good movie.
Yeah.
But I love it just because I'm heavily biased. It's a fan film, right? And so I was the target audience. I
Fan
loved it. I
fiction.
bought that thing.
How?
No fan fiction.
Let me ask you, how old were you when Five Nights at Freddy's came? You were like 14, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that a bit old to have been playing those games?
No.
I mean, I was 12 years old.
14?
And I was 12 and I thought they looked stupid. So
Oh my goodness, that was probably one
But
of
you're
my
very
favorite.
developed for your age.
what?
You're very developed for
Oh,
your
don't
age.
tell him that.
Yeah.
He'll take and run with that.
I
He'll
was-
bring
I
it
was
up in
very
the Star
smart for-
Wars debate.
I was very smart for my age.
Yeah, he brought up his IQ.
You know who was who was a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I thought, well, this is the thing. I just thought this person was in the target demographic because when they came out, they loved it. You know who I thought was? My 7-year-old sister when that game came out. I thought she was the target demographic.
7-year-olds? No.
She was 7 when it came out, and that was her favorite game.
7-year-olds are
Still
not
is.
the target demographic.
Well, that's who played it.
It's pretty dark. Like it's dark horror.
Yeah, I know, but she played it, and she saw the
yeah.
movie opening day, and she loved it. So
My
So
little
you have-
cousin who's like 13 was too scared of the movie.
Well, my sister. When did this movie come out?
So I just think psychopathy runs in your
2023?
family.
Psychopathy runs in my family. I mean, I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong. She's nearly 18 now, so she's basically an adult, and she's a fully grown. So this isn't an insult, but you have the same movie taste as my kid
Really?
sister. Yeah, apparently.
Prequels and everything.
She doesn't care about Star Wars, so
Oh,
not kind of.
So yeah.
Okay, just kind of Five Nights
Dune
at Freddy's.
2.
What?
Dune 2.
She never saw that either.
Oh, okay.
Okay, in terms of Five Nights at Freddy's, you have the same movie taste.
Yeah, all right. There's only one movie.
I mean,
right
she's-
now.
she's very smart for her age as well, much like I was. So that's not necessarily
See?
an insult.
You
but,
give him a little foot and he'll go a mile with it.
Yep.
He's gonna bring that up
the
forever
expression
now.
is you give them an inch and they take a mile.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Mr.
Yeah,
IQ.
get it right, Jack.
well,
Get
okay,
it
you
right.
get your okay. Well, fine. I mean, I'm not gonna debate you because I never saw it. It looked like ass in my opinion, but I'm
I
never
bought
gonna
it.
Debate what?
I own the movie.
Yeah, I know, you were talking about watching it in the apartment before.
Yeah,
So yeah, I remember.
it's great.
Yeah, well, in your condition, I'm sure it was, but anyway.
What does that mean? In my
I
condition?
didn't want to say because you were high at the time.
No, it's a good movie regardless.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I never saw it, so if you say so, I'll take your word for it. But anyway, I'll talk about it now because I brought it up. Unless Mikey, do you have one you want to say right at the beginning?
No.
No, you
I'll
can go.
listen to your guys's.
You can go after me then. The Simpson movie was ass in my opinion, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I accept that is not a popular opinion because people like that movie, and like I said, early Simpsons was the greatest TV show ever written in my opinion. It was
Ever.
yeah, ever.
I thought you said Star Trek was the greatest show ever written.
No, Star Trek's not the greatest. Well, Next Generation's probably top 5, but Simpsons is number. Simpsons overall is not a good show because it went on for way too long and has too many bad seasons now. But in terms of just those seasons, those are.
I feel like a good rule of thumb with Josiah, if you ever want to know if he likes something or not, is if your grandma watched it as a child, he will think it's the best things ever.
A show from what, the 90s?
Star Trek, yeah.
Yo,
yeah,
speaking of grandpa, your
Simpsons.
mind's slipping with that age, bro. You don't know what you're
Originals.
talking about. So, okay, first of all, my grandparents were like 40 when the originals came out, so that doesn't count. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I like things that are actually good instead of
You
crap.
like old things, dude.
Yeah, things that were good. And also old Simpsons, old Simpsons is from like the 90s. It's not even that old.
Oh yeah, it's a great show.
And when did you think the Simpsons freaking came out? Like 1964 or something?
You just like things from the 40s and 50s and 60s and all that. You put
Name
on
one. Name one.
Bedtime for Bonzo at a Halloween party.
No, you put that on.
No, you put it on. You told me about it.
Jack put it on,
yeah.
but you recommended it.
Yeah, I recommended it.
You said we should really watch
as a
this.
meme.
Exactly.
Because as a meme, I recommend. I never even.
No, he pressed. No, I
didn't say it was a
Josiah
good
pre-
movie.
You like the original Star Treks movies.
No, I like the next. I haven't seen most of the original. Well,
Oh.
I've seen the first two, but from
Yeah,
the
Back
first
to
two are
the
from
Future,
the late
like, come
70s, the early 80s.
You like classic
Okay,
rock.
maybe it's
Yeah.
not grandparents. It's if your parents, if it came out during your parents' like youth, Josiah likes it. Back to the
So what?
Future, originals,
yeah,
Simpsons.
when things used to be better. Yeah.
See, there it is. I mean, I'm not.
So I'm not a
implying
slave to
it's
whatever
bad,
comes out
but
now. I'm cool with.
listen, that's the rule. It's just a rule of thumb. I'm not saying it's bad.
Well, you said it as a joke, so
Yeah.
you were saying it's bad.
Well, it's kind of funny, but it's not like bad.
I li-
Here's a rule of thumb: if something has bright, flashy colors and no storyline and it sucks, then Jack will like that.
Yeah, Dune 2 is the epitome of that.
Yep.
Do you like Dune 2 because of Zendaya?
No. What?
I've never seen Dune 2, so I'm just.
No.
Anyway,
The
okay,
whole
back-
story is amazing.
Anyway, back to the Simpsons movie.
Mhm.
The writing was like the newer episodes of The Simpsons, so not good. It was not written like the old Simpsons. The story, because the main difference between what made old Simpsons good and why New Simpsons is not is because New Simpsons is just trying to be funny the whole time, and you never care about the characters anymore. In the old Simpsons, you gave a damn about the characters, but no, the movie's written like that. You don't care about anyone or what's going on. They try to do these big story arcs with it, but they just they forget about them halfway through the movie. It wasn't very funny, in my opinion. It was very cliched for a movie, and it was. I don't care also because The Simpsons has gone on for like 20 years even at that point. So they're obviously not going to do anything drastic like kill anyone. So there's no stakes to it. I mean, I'll say the music was done by Hans Zimmer. You know that guy?
Really?
Yeah, he did the music for the Simpsons movie.
Think about it as Star Wars.
He didn't do Star Wars.
Oh no, that was John
He did
Williams.
like The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
and,
and Interstellar and all that.
Yeah, the Christopher Nolan guy. He did the
Yeah,
music for it.
yeah.
So, and some of the jokes were kind of like the jokes that were funny were pretty good, but and this is a nitpick. I'm gonna say right now about as someone who likes the old Simpsons, a total missed opportunity here. The bad guy of the movie was the guy who worked for the EPA, who was played by Albert Brooks, who was a popular guest star on The Simpsons a lot back in the old days as different characters. They made him some like egomaniacal maniac who's trying to destroy Springfield. They should have made him, what was his name? Hank Scorpio, who was a bad guy in one episode of The Simpsons, who was like a James Bond villain parody, who he also played. Why couldn't it have just been that guy? You know. So Simpsons, it's not like the worst movie, but no, it's bad. So anyone want to?
I just think I'm biased. I just have great memories, nostalgia of it.
My thing is, some of your complaints is as if you're watching, like a Batman type of movie. You said there's no, with the characters not dying. I don't know if they're going to make a lot of animated films that a character dies.
Well, like there are kids movies where characters die.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying like in terms of like that type of movie, and then also just like what Jack said with the nostalgia, it's like, dude,
That doesn't make it a good
Spider
movie.
Pig.
It's pure jokes, but for like a movie like that can work.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't work when the show used to actually be about trying to make you care about the
Okay,
characters.
would you not like it if you hadn't even watched the original?
I would concede I
cartoons?
probably would have liked it more if I hadn't seen the show.
Okay,
but
that makes
when I say
sense.
it's
I've
good,
never
uh,
seen Simpsons season 3 to season 9,
Wait, what-
so
Wait, what? Have you seen The Simpsons like as a show?
yeah, I watched The Simpsons as a show, but it was like the newer episodes that were airing on Fox every
Bro,
single.
you gotta watch the old episode.
Here you go.
But I'm saying, see, I don't understand.
And I'll tell you this: if you put a poll up of what seasons of The Simpsons were the best, there ain't one person who's voting for a season after like 13.
How many seasons are there now?
I think they're up to 36 or something.
But I heard that
That's
Fox
ridiculous.
is like telling them like, hey, if you don't get it together, we're cutting you.
Oh, really? Which
Yeah.
is good. It should have.
It's not Fox anymore. It's Disney.
Well, no, but it airs on Fox.
But yeah, like the
Oh.
new episode.
Well, it's made by Fox, which is owned by Disney. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's The Simpsons is probably the most depressing show of all time because it used to be, great, and now it's just depressing to look at
Do
it.
you think Family Guy is better in that regard?
Well, Family Guy, I guess this is like a hot TV show take, but the opinion on Family Guy seems to be the early seasons of Family Guy were good, but now it's gotten bad. I don't think Family Guy was never good in my opinion. It was bad from the very beginning.
Wow.
It was
Family Guy is way better than Simpsons.
Whoa.
No.
Josiah's
Yeah.
face.
Family
The
name
specials?
one time in Family Guy where you cared about the characters at all.
Stewie alone is better than the entire.
How the hell is
Simpsons show.
Wow.
The gay baby.
I
he's
mean,
a better character.
there's some good characters in Family
Like
Guy.
name 5.
Just the character design, like just
The character, the
What do you
laziest
mean name
character
5?
designs.
It's like
name
5
5 characters.
in a show with 4 characters.
There's more than 4 characters in Family
I'm
Guy.
Yeah,
saying-
like Stewie and
Brian,
Simpsons-
Peter.
The Simpsons, the jokes in The Simpsons require like actual wit and not just look at this random thing that we're gonna cut to for 5 seconds. You know, that's
there's
why
some
The
witty
Simpsons-
jokes in Family Guy, and don't
Like
just
what?
go name one exact one and tell me the script and tell me the episode. It's like no, I remember this generally.
All right, what was good about it then? What was good about Family Guy?
There's some jokes that do.
Dude, I still watch Family Guy just to unwind. Like last night, I was watching Family Guy.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Family Guy is good for that one, which is
the
just
specials are better too. They have a whole Star Wars special.
Well, frankly, The Simpsons. I don't think The Simpsons ever did specials. So,
Yeah, because
well, the closest they ever did was the Halloween specials, which were probably the best episodes of.
They did a crossover episode of Family Guy and Simpsons.
Yeah, but that wasn't good either. So,
but dude, Family Guy did Star Wars specials, which
So
is
what?
really funny.
Star Wars
saying they're
specials were kind of funny.
versatile.
I'll give them that one.
They're
And Family
versatile.
Guy, it's good for once in a while. There's like a cheap joke that was kind of funny, but the Family Guy, I don't watch it for good entertainment. That's what made me like think or feel anything.
I feel like there's more witty jokes in Family Guy than there is in Simpsons.
I feel
Family
like
Guy jokes are just they cut away to some random thing happening. Simpsons jokes are they set up like they have a setup and a punchline and a.
You want to feel something when you watch Family Guy.
I feel like
I want to feel something if I'm going to watch anything.
Dude,
Well, here's the thing, Family Guy, it can be
You
a
don't just
show.
want to laugh
Here's the
at
thing,
something.
Family Guy can be a show. I'm not even saying Family Guy's the worst thing ever. Family Guy it's fine to be a show that you're not supposed to feel anything and you're supposed to laugh at it.
Yeah.
So that's fine. It can be that, but don't compare it to The Simpsons because The Simpsons actually made you feel stuff, and that's why it was better.
I don't know.
I know, but frankly, Mikey, you have
I
you
gotta
have a
watch
skewed
these
view of
seasons.
this because you haven't seen the good seasons. You don't like what do you if you had to guess what is the earliest episode of the Simpsons you saw like when it came out?
Like back when Fox was 2010s.
Yeah, so that Simpsons was already trash by then. You need to watch. 90s Simpsons was the greatest written TV show of all time. Like the jokes.
We had to watch a couple episodes.
You know what? You know I'm
get
just gonna
your
put
5
no,
best
no,
episodes. I'll Google
No,
my
you
5
know what?
best.
I'm just gonna look up right now. Best of classic.
Oh, here we go.
I gotta Google.
I'm gonna show you-
Rotten
You could
Tomatoes.
just easily do
No, we're
best
gonna
of
no. We have to
classic
watch some of
Family
this
Guy.
best of. Yeah, we're just gonna pull up some jokes here,
Oh, here
and then
comes
you
Watch
tell me.
Mojo.
Then you tell me it was not good. All
I love
right.
Watch Mojo.
Okay, get rid of that stupid. Let me find a good joke that I remember. Okay, here we
Big
go.
Fallout Boy.
Watch
Oh,
out,
here's a good joke.
radioactive man.
Yeah, so Bart's auditioning to be in the Radioactive Man
Watch
movie.
out, radioactive man.
Fantastic! One more time.
Watch out, radioactive man.
Congratulations, Bart Simpson. You're our new Fallout Boy. That's what I'd be saying to you if you weren't an inch too short. Next.
Yeah, that was funny, right?
I don't know about that one. Just
Yeah, you know what? Let me find. Shut up.
it didn't let.
All right, here's a
There's some great
here's a
jokes,
good, now,
but that wasn't one of them.
Fling.
here's a
Mark,
good joke.
come
So
with
they
me
get
for
in trouble
punishment.
because
You too,
Bart
Sergey.
Bart did some bad prank at church and
You to clean every one of these organ pipes would be fouled with your popular music.
it's about to get good. All right, he's leaving. They're cleaning the organ now.
You shank. How could you tell on me?
Well, I didn't want hungry birds pecking my soul forever.
Soul? Come on, Millhouse. There is no such thing as a soul. It's just something they made up to scare kids, like the Boogeyman or Michael Jackson.
But every religion
Yeah,
says
got
there's a
him.
soul, Bart. Why would they lie? What would they have to gain?
I don't hear scrubbing.
Okay.
Some guy freaking out.
Yeah, you gotta explain.
fine.
We can't just watch Simpsons. You gotta explain.
Well,
the
what do you
joke.
want me to say? How am I supposed to set up the whole thing for you?
Well, you should have said that he was pouring coins in, like from the.
I'm doing this
tithe.
for you at this point. I'm not even doing it for the audience. I'm doing it for you because you're judging
The
the Simpsons
Josiah
when
show.
you're
You heard it here first. Doesn't care about the audience.
I like The Simpsons. It's just those two clips are just not good for me.
Whoa, I like the second one. That was
All right,
good.
what do
The
you like?
second one was solid.
All right, so what do you like?
Okay, hey, give him a fair go.
Google
Classic Family Guy clips, and you got to watch a little. You
No,
can't
because-
just do best classic clips.
No, because I'm not trying to convince. I've seen classic Family Guy and it's bad. So I'm not talking about.
I'm talking about both shows as an overall. Classic.
Well, in terms of
new-
overall, I'll put it this way: I'd rather watch Family Guy now than The Simpsons because it's just depressing to watch new Simpsons. Family Guy, I never felt anything for, so I'm fine watching Family Guy. But watching classic Simpsons is like watching your grandpa with dementia who can't remember your name anymore. It's just depressing, so I'd rather watch
Watching new.
Family Guy than The Simpsons. But anyway, the point is the Simpsons movie is. I don't know why we got into defending The Simpsons because I'm here to say the movie was bad.
Well, no, because you said
Because you don't have any-
not one good. You said that Family Guy, either season of Family Guy is not better than Simpsons. You said
Yeah.
it was never good. So I was
I mean, if you
what?
compare season, because Family Guy was never good, but it used to be mediocre at best, is how I'd say.
That's kind of a hot take.
Dude, that is a hot.
I know it
Family
is.
Guy was never
It's like
good.
burning my fingers.
Classic
thinking about
Family Guy was better than new. Okay, why is it we could talk about hot takes for TV shows? Okay, Family Guy then. Family Guy, because the popular opinion on Family Guy was it used to be good and it's gotten bad. But here's the thing: old Family Guy, it was better than it is now because the animation was better. It didn't look so lifeless like it does now.
What?
Yeah. Well, the modern Family
Do
Guy.
you get that?
Bro,
Lifeless
modern-
animation.
Yeah, it looks like it was done in Go Animate modern.
Well,
Family
Dude, we
Guy.
need to watch a. Oh,
Yeah,
we can't
Mike,
because there's a lot of cussing. But
You watch a lot of.
Well, even if we
Family
could,
Guy. You
well, even
think
if
it
we
looks
could,
lifeless?
I would say the animation is worse back then because it's like the
Complete
animation
opposite
It was
take.
more.
because it's
you
like
know,
really
lively.
old. It's like it looks.
I'm not talking about
old,
like the
you know?
first
Maybe
episode.
he
I'm
likes
talking
old.
I'm not talking about because the the old animation.
What about South Park? You ever seen South Park?
Well, South Park's good, but it's gotten worse as well. I mean, it's better than all these other shit. It's better than The Simpsons and
I feel like
Family
the
Guy.
animation's way better than it used to be.
Yeah, no, the new South Park is well animated, but Family Guy is not.
South Park is like brain rot though. If you watch like 4 episodes.
Bro, you watch Family Guy and you're gonna talk about how South Park's brain. South Park is
way more brain rot than Family Guy is.
no, it's not. South Park actually has wit to its jokes as well, like The Simpsons.
Dude, when I watch 4 episodes in a row of South Park, I feel like I lost brain cells.
Are you sure
It's
not
funny.
just-
It's great. It's a great show. I love it. But if you watch 4 episodes in
I
a
don't-
row,
But
dude.
Family Guy
I
is
don't
really
get that.
stimulating your brain.
Yeah, like Family Guy is
Well,
intellectual.
no, but like I'm
intellectual
saying, if I had to
television.
compare the two,
Oh, okay.
Well, South Park is actually good, so there's not much of comparison to Family Guy. But Family Guy was
Dude.
not funny back then because it still had the stupid cutaways every second where Pete's like, "Remember the time where I was an astronaut?" or
That's
whatever.
gonna be good.
yeah, those are pretty good.
No, it's just cutting away from the story. Any story there is. And
I
just
don't
doing
think
a
you like it
stupid
because the
gag.
internet doesn't like it. That's why, and it makes fun of it.
Dude, when
I don't like it because of what?
The internet doesn't like the cutaway gags.
Well, so because the popular opinion is that the cutaway
Yeah.
gags are bad, I'm not supposed to think that.
Or no, I think you think that because it's the popular.
No,
opinion.
because they're not funny. Is why.
I see. I
but
disagree.
to see South Park, like, have you seen South Park's like pooping scenes? It's like, oh my gosh.
What do you mean they're pooping scenes?
Like, have you seen those scenes? They're so brain rot. It's like, oh my gosh.
Well, they've done a lot of jokes like that, but they're actually funny and again require some intelligence to understand.
Oh yeah,
So-
okay.
pooping
Some
joke?
IQ.
yeah. Well, there's
Yeah.
but they don't just say. Nobody freaking comes up and says, "Remember the time where I was pooping in the toilet or whatever?" Okay, they don't do it like that. There's actually set up to the jokes, you know. Unlike Family Guy, where they just cut away to some dumb crap for 10 minutes and it takes away from anything that's
10
going
minutes.
Dude.
Okay, you're
Jack,
just
have you
lying
seen South
now.
Park?
Yeah, no, not really.
Not enough.
on. South
to,
Park's
like,
a good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not mandatory viewing. Well, I'll put classic South Park is close to quality as the classic Simpsons. I mean, it's not as good, but classic South Park is probably one of the best written shows of all time. Old South Park.
Mine-
South Park now is fine. It's fine in my opinion now still, but it has got the golden years of South Park in my opinion were like the beginning to 2015 maybe.
I would say if I had to rank it, I would go Family Guy number 1,
Okay.
South Park number 2, Simpsons number 3. I'm
I mean,
not
if you-
trying to. I'm not trying to purposely say that.
Yeah, if you put it in reverse, I would kind of agree with you, but anyway, okay. The point is Family Guy. It was better back then because they had less of the cutaways and they tried to make you care about the characters somewhat and tried to make things actually matter, and also the characters were more like Stewie back then was better because his character was he was evil and he wanted to kill his mother and all that, and now he's just his character is just he's a gay baby is his character now, so. That's literally. I mean, I don't know. People disagree with that. That's literally what. And also,
Some
Mikey,
of those
what
are
do
like
you
the
think
funniest
about that?
moments.
and also, Peter actually cared about his family back then. Now he doesn't know their names anymore. So that was
Which is a funny part of the show too.
well, yeah,
Dude,
but it's
we gotta watch all 3 of these shows and see.
yeah, and the one that actually I'll put it this way: when The Simpsons is canceled, I mean, his legacy is definitely hurt because of how long it's gone on for and how bad it is now. But people will remember the old episodes. When Family Guy is canceled, it'll just be some throwaway garbage that was on TV for a long time.
Oh,
So
wow.
No.
we'll see who's come back in 20 years and we'll see who's right. All right, I'll just put it that way. We'll see in 20 years which one of us was right.
Ugh.
I mean, if you disagree with me on that,
I don't think we ever have like fully agreed in terms of media. It's always like this bear off.
I'll tell you what. When you see Back to the Future, you'll agree with me.
I doubt that. If
I
it's
just-
anything like the first Star Wars episode, it's gonna be
Well,
a
Back to the Future is
snooze.
nothing like Star Wars. I don't know why you're comparing it.
But like just bad effects, bad.
Okay, there's like
bad
2 effects in
pacing.
Back to the Future, so shut up. I'm talking about just the first one. Literally, the only effects in the first Back to the Future is the time machine, and everything else is there's no effects in the movie.
No, Back to the Future is a great movie, but I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's the best movie.
I mean,
of all time.
I don't expect you to say it's the best movie. I don't even think it's the best movie of all time. It's just my favorite movie of all time. But Back to the Future, you'll agree it's good. I'm just saying. Well, Mikey already agrees it's good, and the second one, the only one that has a lot of effects is the second one because they actually go to the future. And there are some that are bad. But I'm just telling you, the second one. I watched it not too long ago. The second one, because everyone just writes that one off, and I'm just saying the second one. It's the worst of the 3 by a lot, but it is still a good movie. I'm just gonna say that. And the effects have really not aged badly, in my opinion. The effects, there's like 3 effects in that movie where you look at them and say it's bad now, but the majority of the effects are still hold up in the second one. So I'm just saying, but go on to why Back to the Future is bad in your opinion, or why it's probably
I don't
bad.
have an opinion. I haven't watched it.
But you're saying you think you would think it's bad. So why else besides
No,
the
I said
effects?
if it's a snooze fest like the first episode of Star
How
Wars,
is it
which it came out very similar time.
So you're just saying if it's like Back to the Future is literally nothing like Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
First of
then
all,
that'll
it's way
be
better
great.
than it's way better
I
than
don't know.
it's
That's
way
all
better than
I'm
every
saying.
Star Wars movie by a lot. So that's the first thing.
I do want to say in the survey, Empire Strikes Back was not even close to the best movie.
Yeah, but you know what else was? You know what was not even close to the best trilogy? The prequels.
No, they were actually pretty close.
No, it was about like 15%. That's not very close.
15% out of 60. Like, actually, no, now there's 70 responses. So it actually went up a little bit.
Yeah, so it wasn't even close. Which trilogy is the best? The originals.
Yeah, but best movies.
We weren't talking about that. We were talking about which trilogy was
But
the
still,
best.
I think it speaks to him.
There has to be a term for this. I haven't asked ChatGPT that the Revenge of the Sith was the best movie voted by like 50% or 45.5%.
There's a dissonance because they say, well, no,
the
it
trilogy-
makes sense because overall people prefer the originals, but in terms of individual movies, they'd rather watch Revenge of the Sith.
And you know what? I'll accept that because you know what? Revenge of the Sith. I think that one's close to the worst of the 3. But I'll say that whatever. For some reason, everyone gives that one a pass because
It's good.
because it has.
It's good cinema. It's
But
not
you know, I'll tell you
know.
why it started because that's the only one where when it came out, people liked. Because you remember when the prequels came out, people did not like them. It was just, well, maybe you don't remember from being there, but that was what it was. People didn't like them when they came, except Revenge of the Sith. That was the only one where people liked that one when it came out, and I'll explain why. It's because Revenge of the Sith is the only prequel, and even though I don't like it, I'll give it this one that actually had stuff people wanted to see in a Star Wars movie in it.
Yeah.
As in, you know,
It doesn't have old people fights or
no,
stormtroopers being
because it has
incompetent or-
imagery from the old good movies, like the ship from the first Star Wars movie that Darth Vader himself, the Emperor, is in it as not as some weird politician guy who's just telling everyone, "Hey, I'm evil, Anakin," but like as the actual.
Okay, there's
Emperor.
like a 10-second clip of Darth Vader at the end. You can't say that like Darth Vader's in the movie. Like,
Well, you realize it was advertised like that, right? Like all the posters.
oh,
showed
so we're
Darth
judging on
Vader it.
advertising now? No,
When I
we're talking
wasn't
about the
even alive?
movies.
Yeah, and that's why people liked it because they were all at the time because they were all hyped up to see Darth Vader.
Because it's a good movie.
Because
That's why people
they were
still
so
like it.
bored of the crap that George Lucas did when he couldn't just fall back on the original trilogy, that when they finally got some stuff from the old movies, they were cool with it.
Well, the thing
No,
is,
this is-
the thing is with the prequels, there's actually a whole YouTube video that we should watch on our own time that like says why Attack of the Clones is one of the best movies in the entire movie
Because he was
series.
smoking crack when he saw it.
Why?
I don't remember. I watched
Attack
I
of the
watched
Clones
YouTube
is
video
top
like
10
a long
worst
time
movies
ago.
ever made. Come
But
on,
it's actually a really good video. It's a good video, but I still like
Well, you know-
Revenge of the Sith. But I'm saying prequels are really hard to like, when you already have a story made, prequels are so hard to like elaborate
That's why
because you're giving the backstory to that really cool story.
You're right. I agree. That's why they shouldn't have made him,
Well,
or at least made him.
I mean, Revenge of the Sith, according to the survey, has a greater longevity than any of the originals.
Yeah, because the
That's what
people
that
who voted.
means.
I mean, I didn't want to go into this, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, because the people who voted grew up with it. All right, and so they all voted for that one.
No, you
Yeah.
can't know. Or it's better.
No, it's
Have
not.
you thought
better.
about that? Okay.
But also, I like how you believe surveys now. When before you were talking about how when I showed you IMDb scores and stuff, you didn't believe that. Now you believe surveys as soon
No, I
as.
was talking about the critics versus viewers.
Whereas IMDb is literally a survey of anyone can make an account and vote on a movie there, right?
But
No,
like-
I did not
but-
realize that. I thought it was critics.
Also, like Rotten
No.
Tomatoes says the sequels has 2 of the top 4 movies.
So what?
So those are also critics. That's like you can't really those like
Why do their opinions not matter?
because they say 2 of the top 4 movies ever in the Star Wars saga is
Which one?
I think it was Force Awakens makes sense because that was a solid movie, but then it was I think Rise of Skywalker. It's the website I showed you guys.
No, I've seen that, but I don't get why that means their opinion doesn't mean anything.
No, it's not that it doesn't mean anything. It's a little bit outlier because
Yeah, well, to be fair, if we're gonna look at the IMDb scores, Revenge of the Sith is not number 1. It's nowhere close. So, so if we're gonna go by that, I mean,
I think we should go WSU students.
why?
What about you, Jack?
Because we're WSU students.
So what? We're also human beings, and you know what human beings voted for were the best Star Wars movies? The old ones.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah.
But the better movie
I'm not
was
talking
Revenge
about
of the Sith.
We're human beings, and you know what the human population voted were the best Star Wars movies? The originals.
The human the whole human population is on IMDb.
Everyone who is in the human population who was on IMDb voted the originals were
Are
better.
you saying WSU students are not part of the human population?
No, but I'm saying the people who voted on the IMDb scores for the originals
Mm-hmm.
are all higher by the prequels by a noticeable amount. Does that not mean anything? And
no,
the
it
IMDb
does, but I'd prefer the WSU survey.
because there was a shred of it that supported your
no,
opinion.
just as the data set. You know,
Why?
it's us. Like it's
So like 60 random people who we've never met. They're scores.
closer like to us in statistics than
Well, I'm not talking
a bunch
about.
of
I'm talking
random
about
people.
just general people watching movies.
Oh, I mean, well, I think it doesn't really matter. It's just difference of data set.
Well, sure, it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying if we're because I can defend the originals there where the prequels are bad just on my own. I don't need people to back me up on it, but if we're gonna look at which ones like the votes, then why don't we look at IMDb because that's where the most people are.
Okay, I mean, sure.
Okay.
It doesn't change my opinion.
I'm not saying it has to change your opinion, but I think let's stop with the whole like nobody agrees with you on this or whatever because
When did I say that?
we were clearly implying when you start looking for votes like no one's with you on this. No one's like pointing.
No, I said that when you brought in 2 votes that were completely unverified. That you just said, "Oh yeah, my friend said this."
Well, first of all, I proved them. So
Yeah, you did, but this was original. Like you just said, "Yeah, I get 2 votes."
no, you were doing that before. When we were getting Mikey and Doug and all that.
Wait,
on
they
your
were
side.
there.
And you were saying
was
to
verified.
me, and you're saying to me like you were bragging to me about you got more people on your side. So, so you should have never brought this up in the first place. Is the point?
What?
How many people are on whose side?
Well, no, I like to ask the people.
Well, you're acting like I'm an idiot because I don't agree with.
Okay, hold on. You can't say that when you bring up IQs and saying that my IQ is clearly like half of yours because I like the prequels. You're the one calling idiot.
No, but you're calling me an idiot by your. You called me
No,
an
I'm
idiot
just saying
first.
I'm doing the group think. I'm doing the pack. The pack
Yeah, and
prefers this.
you're looking at me. I'm an idiot because I'm an outlier and I don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
never said you're not an idiot. This
I
is
know
all
you-
just
I know you meant.
subjective opinion.
I know you meant.
Okay.
So you're. I mean, you can't be all when pointing at me is how I'm wrong about this because you got more people on your side, and then
Well,
when I'm bringing up look at IMDb because that's where the most people are in general. You're like, I don't believe that.
No, I never said I don't believe that.
We said you didn't care, and that we should.
No, that stemmed from I thought IMDb was critics.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, and I just discovered that. You told me. I didn't know that.
So all I'm advocating for, I said we weren't going to talk about Star Wars, and we spent like 5 minutes doing it. But all I'm saying is, if we're going to talk about whose opinion is in the majority, let's look at IMDb for it, you know.
Oh yeah, I'll look more into it.
But we don't have to do that, period, frankly, because we can just talk about
Yeah.
our opinions like gentlemen.
Mhm.
And
But I do like it's just more close to home when it's WSU students.
yeah, I mean, I understand why you did the survey. Like,
That was
I
fun.
think it was
good to see.
It was good information, but I'm just saying that I don't think it counts for majority of people on the planet, but that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I don't think so either.
Okay, well, there we go. Well, we agree. So what the hell are we arguing about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, okay. Anyway, we'll make it quick because we've been. I have one more thing I want to do before we're done. So we'll do we. I did Family. I talked about Family Guy and The Simpsons and all that. Remember, Mikey, because you haven't got any. So you want to say any?
Hot takes.
Yeah.
I kind of like the movies that a lot of people like. There's not really a lot of hot takes I have with movies.
It could be something. It could be like a show or a game or whatever.
But also, it's kind of hard because we don't see the same movies. Like, you guys ever seen Baby Driver? Well, I don't even know what Baby Driver's scores was.
No, I heard it was a good movie though.
I didn't like it.
Okay, so then you didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But you guys,
So that would be the hot take, because like Josiah said, he heard that people. So I think the majority say that they like it.
Yeah, they do.
But you
So that's not really a hot take.
did you not like it?
No, I liked it.
Oh,
a
you
lot.
liked.
I didn't
You
like
want
it.
to say?
What
Well,
would be your guys' like? What would be one movie that you would show your kids? You can pick.
Yeah,
one.
Back to the
Good,
Future.
that's a good
Okay, Back to the
question.
It can't be like a multi-series. It has to be one movie if it is part of a series.
Should I? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah.
That's a good one. I don't know. Kids? What? How old are they?
Show them Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler.
I hate that movie.
Yeah, I hate that movie too. No, I agree.
Oh, you guys ever seen I Now Pronounce You?
Chuck and Larry.
Yeah.
No, but I heard it was bad.
What is that?
It's bad, but it's really funny. It's Adam Sandler and Kevin James needs to act like they're a couple to help
But Austin
them.
likes it.
It's actually a really. We
Wasn't
should
this
actually
their
watch
movie
it.
Happy Gilmore? So,
Yeah.
probably.
Why are you laughing?
They're making a Happy Gilmore too.
Is that true?
Yeah, no, they're making that. Yeah, I've seen it.
I've never seen the first one.
Me neither.
They said it's gonna be.
Austin
Very
would be in
offensive.
shock about that.
What about Grown Ups?
That movie sucks.
It's good though. Like it's not like a
Too
movie.
polar up.
No, well I'm saying like yes, it's not a good movie, but it's like a good like
Fun.
you have like you're at a lake house with a bunch of family members because you guys like rented out a lake house. Everybody's making like homemade popcorn,
I would want to watch that with my family.
and then it's just like, hey, let's just watch a movie.
You'd be a party pooper, just say.
Yeah,
Storm out.
I'm not watching that movie
Mike,
again.
you.
Throws the remote at the TV.
But I'll tell you what. At least it wasn't Grown Ups too. I'll just say that.
They're so bad it's good. Come on now. You can have a little fun.
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
so bad it's
there
good.
are no there are no it's so bad it's good comedies out there.
Really?
Because the whole point of a so bad good movie is it's so bad that it becomes an unintentional comedy. If it's because a comedy, as long as you think it's funny, then it's a good movie basically. But I didn't think it was funny.
Interesting.
So when you
Interesting
first
thought.
ever watched Grown Ups, you never laughed once.
Well, the first time I watched it was that time in the apartment a few years ago. That was the first time I saw it, and I didn't laugh once.
Yeah, you didn't laugh once. You could have a little fun with
Well,
it.
how old are you
There's
supposed to be
stupid
to watch
jokes
it?
in there.
Also, I was like 12 years old when
Yeah.
I watched that, so it's a
Yeah,
little more
if
funny.
I was 12, I might
I
think
enjoyed
was
it when
funny.
we watched it again.
You what?
I enjoyed it when we watched it.
So you guys have all seen it before.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe being an adult was not the right age to watch it.
yeah,
for
I'm
the
not
first
saying
time.
it's not like
It's kinda-
I'm not gonna go home right now and go watch.
Here's a
Grown-Ups.
problem with Grown Ups. So let me tell. I don't get why it's like you guys said you liked it when you were kids, so it's humor for kids. But why then is it this weird tribute movie to '90s SNL cast members, which is basically why they made that movie? If kids aren't gonna know that, that's the biggest problem with it. It's a bunch of the whole point of the movie. It's a reunion of the '90s SNL, like Adam Sandler and Chris Rock and.
Are they
David
actually
Spade.
SNL characters in the universe?
No, but that's.
Oh.
I mean, those actors are. That's where they got famous, and that was the point of the movie. They all like that was the '90s SNL cast, basically. Adam Sandler and David Spade and Chris Rock and all those guys. And the whole movie, the idea of the movie was like to get them all like back in business and doing a movie with them again as like a reunion. But kids aren't gonna know that, so
Look, yeah, okay.
that's why do they
They
even?
still liked it because it's
But the
a
thing
funny
is,
movie.
the storyline of the movie is them still coming back together, so you still get that part of the storyline.
Yeah, but it's the most like cliched comedy type story.
yeah, I'm
You're
not-
telling me 10 years from now, when we're all doing our thing, we want to be back at a
Yeah, I would
a
like
lake
to.
house,
Yeah, I'll do that, but I don't want to watch a stupid movie about
but
it.
it like inspires you.
I don't watch Grown Ups to be moved, right?
I'm not talking about moving. I just thought it was dumb.
But you're like, you want a deep storyline where you care about
It
the
doesn't have to be a deep
characters.
story.
and-
I can watch movies that are stupid. That are
Yeah.
actually, let me give you a good example. You know, a movie that was dumb.
What's
and
that?
That was actually funny.
Yeah.
Austin Powers. That's a good movie. You ever see that?
I saw it when I was really young. I really did not
That-
like it.
I cannot
Yeah.
watch Austin Powers.
Are you serious?
Oh no! Here we go again.
I'm not even trying to be like
Yeah,
difficult.
You don't like movies that are actually funny?
Here we go.
I,
See, when you disagree, you imply that we are just below
is
you.
Austin Powers the one where like he's playing blackjack and he like stays at 5 and he's like I like to live dangerously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. That I saw that joke on Instagram the other day. I just was like, oh,
Yo, Dr. Evil was funny. You gotta give him that.
Fat bastard.
Yeah, fat bastard.
Yeah, that aged well.
what
Yeah,
about?
it did.
Is that the same movie that has like the mini me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
What the
Oh,
hell is your problem with
no.
Austin
This
Powers?
like
Yeah.
creeps me out.
What?
I don't know why.
Okay, first of all, to be fair, I'm just talking about the first one. The 2 sequels were... Those are examples of
I-
movies that are just dumb and not funny. The
I
first
hate.
one was the
I
funny
hate
one.
this. I hate to. Like, this is just a repeat, but like I like agree with with Mikey again, and now we're just gonna get into it again, like the prequels and all
Well,
that.
I'm just saying what was
We're
bad
gonna be off
about
the
it.
show next week.
You just said you don't like it. What was
I
bad?
did not like it. It wasn't
kinda just-
funny to me. It wasn't.
How is
like-
it not funny? What?
It like creeps me out a little bit. It's not that
Why does
funny.
it creep you out?
It just. It,
I'm not even trying to argue. I'm just asking
no,
why.
I know, but like it's like a thing where it's like if you're walking down the street, why if a street creeps you out, you just have like an uneasy feeling. It's like when I
Yeah,
watch it,
it's so
like
weird. I have
Did
memories
Austin
of
Powers like touch you as a child? or
watching
no,
something?
it just
it
makes me
and-
queasy.
yeah. I have memories of watching it and being uneasy. I didn't like
Like,
like
it's
there's
just-
something going on. I think it was like the whole Mojo storyline or something.
How he, well,
And he like pulls out a big canister of something. I just,
yeah.
there's some,
when Fat Bastard steals his mojo.
yeah, and the fat bastard character. I just remember like watching as a child and like being disturbed. I did not like it.
That's why I like Grown Ups because it feels like you're at that lake house playing
It's
basketball.
Austin
comforting.
Powers
comforting.
feels like
Yeah.
you're at that.
No,
in
no,
1997.
Austin Powers feels like if I don't laugh, I'm gonna be
It's
in
like
trouble.
I
Austin
get the same
Powers-
feeling with Austin Powers than I do at the
So
doctor's office.
you watch stupid Adam Sandler comedies that have no actual wit, no nothing funny about it. And
yeah,
Austin
they're comfortable and you know easy to watch.
but the thing
Name
is,
one joke that was bad in Austin Powers.
The
Name
Literally the
Mojo,
blackjack.
fat bastard, the
How-
tiny guy
the
running around.
blackjack joke I saw.
Okay, hold on, one at a time. here. Jack,
Yeah, we just said like 8 things.
one at a time.
This is the one time
Fat
you've
Bastard's
pulled,
not a joke,
Hold
he's
on,
a
this is the one
character.
time you've pulled that out, and it's actually backfired on you because you always
Yeah,
pull
good
that
job.
trick out.
Usually-
you go name the
usually I'm right.
specifics.
Yeah, usually I'm right,
No.
and you can't even name it.
It's just not fair to go like, okay, name the specific.
Well, if you're gonna
timestamp.
claim, I'm gonna ask you to back it up, man.
Well, no, but it's not fair when it's such a big thing, and then you go, all right, give me the exact specifics.
No, I'm saying just name one joke that was not funny.
Well, I watched that movie when I was young, so I can't say from like.
Well, then you
10-minute
need to watch again and reevaluate it.
Yeah.
Frankly,
I'll
I
watch it again.
recommend watching all 3 of them because
There's
they're
3 of them.
yeah.
Oh wow.
What about
There's-
The Matrix? You guys ever seen The Matrix?
Oh
Yeah, but the only good one's the first one.
Okay, I would agree to that.
yeah.
But anyway, Austin Powers. I'll just say the first one. It's the first one's mandatory viewing. 2 and 3 are optional because they're funny, but they're not technical. Okay, I'll say I feel about those the same way you feel about like Grown Ups or whatever. They're funny, but they're not. I'll admit they're not good. The 2 sequels they got worse, but they're funny. And then the first one was the only one that's like an actual genuine good movie. But and the first one didn't have Mini Me or the first one was really simple. The first one had no Mini Me or Fat Bastard or anything like that. The first one was just they're from 1967 and they get Dr. Evil and Austin Powers they both get like frozen in time, and then when they come back it's the 90s and they don't fit in right and they have to Dr. Evil's just the bad guy. He doesn't learn anything, but Austin Powers learns to be a better person. He says like groovy baby and stuff like that a lot. So
This? Don't
yeah,
they do something like that?
that's what Dr. Evil does.
One time my girlfriend did that, and I said, please do not ever do that. It makes me
Bro,
cringe so bad.
what did Dr. Evil like kill
Literally-
your father? What did he?
No, literally, like, if she wants to win an argument, she could do that, and I would actually shut up. I would actually stop talking.
That was. But he
He'd
pulls
leave.
that.
Because it makes me, like, go back to Austin Powers.
Wow.
What the hell did Austin Powers?
PTSD, dude.
Dude, even when I see Instagram clips of Austin Powers or, like, the bald dude with the mini-me, I just get, I'm
Dr.
like,
Evil?
I actually do, like,
It's deep rooted.
when you push the 3 dots on Instagram,
Not
you can do not
interested.
interested.
Wow.
Like, I'm not even trying to, like,
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to make a joke. Literally, that's what I
Well,
do. I promise.
Okay. Well. Okay. We're getting past time, so we'll wrap this up. But I just want to ask. My last question is: Jack, I'm just saying, name a specific joke that was bad in Austin Powers. Name one joke.
The Mojo joke.
That was not a joke. That was like his
Fat bastard joke.
The fat bastard
The tiny mini
Fat
me I
bastard
didn't
was
like.
not a joke. He was a
Well,
character.
if that wasn't a joke, he's saying things that he doesn't like that are even better than a joke. He's saying storylines and characters.
Okay,
are
fine.
not
You know what?
good.
Fine. What was not good about Fat Bastard?
He was disgusting, and it was
That's the joke.
it was a bad
That's why-
joke.
that's
It
why
was
it's
just
funny.
low hanging fruit.
You watch Grown Ups and you're gonna talk to me about low
Well,
hanging
it doesn't
fruit?
it doesn't make like fucking fat jokes or anything.
Oh yeah, they were too above that. You know, they wouldn't stoop to that
It's
level.
just stupid family humor, right? And then
No,
versus Austin Powers is not family humor.
I would say to make a family comedy that isn't about fat jokes or something like that is way harder.
Grown Ups was about David Spade doing an old woman. All right, how was that family comedy? All right.
What do
Because it's funny. It's funny for the adults, and the kids are kind of like, "What?"
Yeah, like Austin Powers, where it's funny for the adults because they're
Dude, my dad has never laughed at Austin Powers.
well. All
I
right,
don't
well,
think my parents would either.
well, you know what? My dad is the one who introduced me to Austin Powers because he's a comedy genius. I got
the genius thing again. I don't know
at
why.
my desk at home. I got like a little Doctor Evil statue. It was pretty funny.
Nice.
Doctor Evil is just straight up one of the greatest fictional characters ever written. He's a bad guy. He's an evil doctor, but at the same time, this is the thing the two sequels did good at. That he yearns to be cared for, and he feels rejected by his own son when
He grossed me out. That's the bald guy.
How did Doctor
does
Evil
this?
gross you? Yeah, that's
He
Stop.
grossed me out. I don't know what it is.
he doesn't.
Okay.
He didn't do one gross thing in the entire.
I know, but
movie.
just him as I don't know,
It just,
a
you like
character.
bald
yeah,
people?
it's just uncomfortable. It's queasy.
Dude, I'll say
Maybe
it
not-
again. The Austin when I watch Austin Powers, or like I think about Austin Powers, it's like in the same region of my brain as the doctor's office. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Let me
That's
tell
a
you something.
perfect example.
Sterile.
Let me tell you something. All right,
Yeah.
you just don't like British people.
I grew up in Britain. What are you talking
So
about?
this should have been your
European?
movie.
Is he European?
Austin Powers is like a completely accurate portrayal of British people are like.
Okay.
Or the Star Wars parody Spaceballs. That also makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't
What
like
the hell
it
is
either.
wrong with
it's
you?
The
Why
same,
do you not
it's
like
the same
good
gist.
movies?
It's the same thing.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Old
people?
British humor.
Okay, first of all, Spaceballs was not British. Spaceballs is better than Austin Powers. Spaceballs is a classic cinema.
What about Monty Python? What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
that's a
I've never
good
seen
show.
that.
Show?
It was a show first.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was
Josiah,
a-
when you say something's the greatest fictional character ever,
Okay,
means
Doctor
that means
Evil.
It's on your. That's on your.
Okay,
like,
I'm joking
your
about Doctor
monument.
Evil. I'm joking. Doctor
Okay.
Evil. I'm not serious about Doctor.
I'm just
Evil.
saying. You said multiple
I
times.
mean, he's one of the
tonight,
funniest.
Things are greatest.
He's probably one of the greatest like comedy villains out there, but he's not. He's not the great. He's not one of the greatest characters. All right, I'll give it.
I think Jake the dog is the best fictional character.
Wait, what? Are you a character from a cartoon? That's the best fictional character.
He's just great. He's
Patrick
just
is pretty
awesome.
good.
Patrick's pretty funny.
Okay, so I'm trying to
Patrick the
argue
Star.
comedy and wit with you guys are saying cartoon characters are the greatest.
Okay,
characters
what is
that-
this thing about like
Patrick
adults
Star
can't
is-
watch cartoons? What is this?
Well, isn't SpongeBob for what 7-year-olds?
Yeah, but you just said
There's so many
old SpongeBob
innuendos.
is the most amazing thing.
Old no, I was saying old Simpsons the most amazing.
But you still love. Are you saying you shouldn't watch old SpongeBob because you're
well,
above
first of all, old
7?
SpongeBob was good, but I'm mostly
Okay,
watching.
but how? Isn't it made for 7-year-olds according to
can
your
I
logic?
finish? Can I finish, sir?
Yeah.
First of all, I mostly I don't watch old SpongeBob unless it's like we're watching it as a group, and that's because partially that's because I have nostalgia for it and all that from when I watched it as a kid. I mean, it's a good show, but it's not. When did SpongeBob come out? Like the 90s or something?
Yeah.
If we were the age we are now back then, would you be watching SpongeBob when it first came out? If you had no like association with it, and would you just turn it on and watch it?
Yeah, I like cartoons.
If I knew it was a
What,
thing.
do you
yeah.
watch any cartoons that are coming out now?
Yeah,
Any
or
kids cartoons?
like
Well-
newer cartoons like Adventure Time and stuff.
I watched
Adventure
Gravity
Time's
Falls.
not ma-
You ever seen Gravity Falls?
Gravity Falls is great.
Well, Adventure
Great
Time's not
storyline.
making new episodes, is it?
No.
Yeah, so I'm saying like shows that are currently airing for children that you didn't grow up with you watching. And by the way, just for the record, I'm not saying for children as an insult. I'm just saying that is the target demographic.
Yeah, like
so-
Bad Batch. That's a pretty new show. Star Wars.
Oh, you seen
But
that?
no, but that's
dude.
yeah,
me
like
and-
but that's a sequel to a show you already know.
okay,
So.
what is your point here?
The point is, okay, this is point. You wouldn't watch SpongeBob if it was coming out back then. You had no association.
Like
with it.
now? I probably would. I'd probably like it.
But you can't say one cartoon you watch now that you said you
He
like.
just named multiple, but then you're like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
shows
count.
that are associated with stuff he already knows.
So you need a brand new cartoon
Yeah,
that I
can you
like
think
now.
of any?
I don't even watch brand new TV shows. I watch the same things.
Yeah, so Mikey's admitting he wouldn't watch SpongeBob if he was.
I know. I'm saying like.
No, I think SpongeBob's that good. I'd probably watch it if
Why
it
would
came
you-
out now. Because it's that good.
Okay, I mean, if you say so.
No, well, okay. The thing is, you have to like learn that something's made. So if I don't already watch new TV shows, I can only get my new TV shows from social media. So if I see like a reel of SpongeBob right now that I've never seen, then I'd be like, "Oh, what is that show? Let me go watch it." But if you don't know something exists, then you don't. Then you're like, I don't know what to do.
Well, if you were alive back when SpongeBob was coming out, you wouldn't know it existed because, we didn't have social media and stuff back then.
But that's
in the
with any
90s.
show. Somebody has to talk about it.
Look, the point is, I do not believe. I mean, you could say, okay, I'm not in your brain, so I can't say, but I don't believe you. Neither of you would be watching SpongeBob if you were watching it like live when it came out. That's how I feel. I mean, you
Yeah,
can disagree.
I'm
can't.
not. You've brought up this point many times recently. Is that you say adults shouldn't watch cartoons?
I'm not saying adults can't watch cartoons.
What are you saying then? Like
I'm just,
kids cartoons?
Well, I'm just saying that to say it's the greatest ever, I feel like is a bit.
What, SpongeBob? I didn't say that.
Well, okay, how did we get on? How did
We got on this topic because
Hey, you said
I
Jake- you said
said I
Jake
like
the
Jake the
Dog's the
Dog, and you
greatest
said that's
fictional
made
character.
for 7-year-olds.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying you can't like it. You can like it. I watched Adventure Time back in the day. I like it,
But even now, should I not like it?
no, you can like it now. But I'm saying the greatest fictional character of all time was a character from a
He's
kid's
pretty up.
cartoon.
He's good. He's up there.
So
And Patrick Star is up there too.
What
I don't know about
what a
Patrick Star.
moron.
He's funny, but I wouldn't put him up there.
Well,
Well,
also, I've
there
never
is-
seen Adventure Time.
I mean,
so
I don't.
know.
Frankly, I don't think saying Patrick Star is the greatest character isn't really much
No,
different.
I didn't say
than
the
Jake-
greatest. He's one of the best fictional characters. He's
I know,
on
but-
my monument.
Fictional.
Well, I'm just saying, is he much? I don't. What's the difference? I'm kind of curious now. Why is it cool that you say Jake the Dog is the greatest, but Mikey can't say Patrick is the greatest?
I just disagree. He can say that
Well, I know, but why? Okay, but why?
because Jake's just got a lot more to him than Patrick.
What did he have to him that? What did he
Do you
got?
know anything about Jake the Dog?
Well, I don't know. Well, okay, tell me what do you know about him that puts him above
He's
Patrick?
like got a family. He's like this 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Like he's very witty, right? And he's
Yeah.
got a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of good messages in his performance in that show.
You know what? Okay, fine. I'll give you that one. But you
Wait,
know who is?
I have a question, really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josiah, you said that we would not watch SpongeBob if we didn't know it existed today. But couldn't I say that the same for Simpsons for you? How would you know
No, 'cause-
to watch The Simpsons?
Because The Simpsons is a show for adults, and I watch shows for adults.
I know,
don't
but how
usually-
would you know it even
Well,
existed?
The point I was trying to make was, you don't go on to Nickelodeon now and see what like cartoons are coming up, right?
But I also don't go on Fox unless sports are on
so
Fox.
so you wouldn't know any new shows. Is the point? Well, you already admit you don't watch any new TV. You said that, right?
Unless it's on a TikTok and I see a clip, I'm like, ooh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. So
And I
that's
watch SpongeBob
that's my
for
point.
fun.
I
So-
check
so,
on-
So you're basically admitting you wouldn't have watched SpongeBob if it came out if you were 23 in the 90s and checking.
I check on all the
But
new
that's for
Star
any
Wars
show.
shows through Disney
Well, no,
Plus.
I don't think it's for any show because that's for any show for you because you don't check any new shows unless it's in a TikTok or something. I still check out like adult TV shows, so I would know about The Simpsons. Yeah.
So you're going on Fox just to learn a new TV show?
No, I'm saying that if I'm browsing on TV and I see like Fox has some show I haven't heard of, maybe I'll check it out. But
Oh,
I'm
well,
not,
then,
I,
yeah,
but
I-
I don't do that for Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or whatever. I don't do that for.
I go to those channels
Yeah.
when I'm at hotels or something.
You never glance over Channel 25?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well,
because I'm not interested in new kids cartoons. Is what I'm saying.
He's just
Henry
mature.
Danger?
He's
Do
just,
you guys ever watch Henry Danger?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Well,
There's
I
a new
didn't-
movie out, so sorry.
Isn't that show like done? They're making a movie of it.
No, they made a movie, and he's like older.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, anyway.
Well, I don't know any of the lore with that whole thing, but the whole point of the SpongeBob thing is like whatever. It's you can say Jake the Dog's your favorite fictional character. I still don't really see the
I
difference.
don't think he's
between-
my favorite.
When I say he's up there, when I say somebody's up there, that means they're on my Four Horsemen. What's on your Four Horsemen? You know,
Four,
so it's
the
okay to have one.
apocalypse? What are you talking
It's
about?
okay to have one of your horses to be Jake the Dog.
What does Four Horsemen mean? Biblical?
No, like your top four, like the monument.
Is that a saying?
Yeah, that's like a saying, like, oh, that's like top or the Rushmore. What's on my Rushmore of?
Oh, that makes more sense. But the
Yeah.
Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse?
Well, yeah, well,
Jake the Dog.
I
and
couldn't
Patrick
think of-
Star.
There are two of them. Yeah.
It's like a little graphic.
That'd be
The
terrifying.
third one's Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
And the fourth one,
Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson's not one of the greatest fictional. I'll say though, the Simpsons, the best written Simpsons characters are probably they could get a shot at the best fictional character.
Early Homer is pretty good.
Yeah, Homer.
Early Homer's really likable.
In fact, you know what? Let me just pull up because we're not going to get to we'll get to the final thing next week because we have like 10 minutes or like 13 minutes left, so we might as well just keep doing this for the rest of the show. But anyway, let me just pull up. This is what I should have said when I was saying talk about classic Simpsons. Let me just pull up. This is like best of Homer talking to his brain. That was like such talking to his brain. That was like such a good part of old Simpsons where he would like talk to his own brain. Do you know what I'm talking about, you guys?
Yeah, we zoom in on his face.
These clips don't need any setup. Let me just pull up some of these.
Lisa needs to go to the museum tomorrow, and I think you should take her.
The museum? Tomorrow. Why, Marge, I'd love to, but I was planning on sleeping, eating a big sandwich, watching TV, spending time with the boy. Spending time with the boy. The boy needs attention, Marge.
Homer, I've been talking to Lisa, and I'm concerned about your relationship with her.
Me too, Mom. I think they're drifting apart.
Shut up, boy.
Homer, please.
Marge, you don't understand. I can't do it because... You're trapped. If you were smarter, you might think it's something, but you're not, so you just might as well... All right, I'll take her. Lousy brain. Son, please let me help you.
That is a good
Come on,
one.
Dad. It'd be weird.
Oh, this isn't working at all. It's hopeless. Wait a second.
That's didn't age well. I was reading a book by Bill Cosby.
Cosby's first law of intergenerational perversity. No
Oh.
matter what you tell your child to do,
Perv.
he will always do the opposite. Huh? Don't you get it? You gotta use reverse psychology. Oh, that sounds too complicated. Okay, don't use reverse psychology. All right, I will.
Oh, this
You
one's
knock
good.
it
That's pretty
off.
good.
I can't hear myself sing. I want some peanuts. That's better.
All right, yeah. See. Oh, wait. This is the last one. This one's really good. This one's good.
All right.
Now, before I give you the check, one more question. This place Moe's you left just before the accident, this is a business of some kind?
Don't tell him you were at a bar. But what else is open at night? It's a pornography store. I was buying pornography. I would have never thought of that.
So that's what I'm talking about. Classic Simpsons was like the best show. Like pretty much 90% of the jokes were of that quality. So you get what I'm saying now when I say Classic Simpsons was the best TV show.
Yeah, Mikey.
You know,
Better than Family Guy?
No, still no.
How is it not better? Okay.
I've seen these clips before. They're
not
funny.
There is not one joke in Family Guy in the entire history of the show that was on par with any of those.
Okay, that's
Cool
a
hip.
stretch, just
Cool hip.
Oh yeah, when a character said something wrong and the dog says that's not how you say it, and they go on for 5 minutes about that was funny.
Gosh.
See, this is what I'm talking when Simpsons jokes had something to do with the characters. Family Guy is just Stewie says something wrong and the dog says that's not how you say it, and that's.
I don't know. I think it's a bit more complex.
Oh really?
There's some good jokes in there.
How is it more complex?
I've only seen it sparsely. But
What does that even mean? How is it more complex? Though? I don't, like,
because he said it was more complex than that. I'm just wondering how is it more
I'm saying,
complex?
but
I think you're dumbing it down.
How am I dumbing it down? What did I?
Come on, man.
Well, what was that not what it was? What did I miss something?
Like, are you even listening?
I was drinking my coconut water.
Oh.
Okay, the literal joke is Stewie calls Cool Whip Cool Whip. And
Yeah,
then
I don't
Brian
remember
says,
that
Why'd
one.
you say it like that? And then he keeps saying it like that. And is that not the joke?
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt for Mikey's behalf because I don't really remember that one, and Mikey wasn't even listening.
Well, I'm not even saying that's a complex joke. That's just what popped in my head. And I said it.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying you're saying it's better than the Simpsons joke. So
I'm not saying that.
No, I know. I'm saying Mikey's saying it. Is something I'm wondering.
No. You said name a joke that's funnier than Simpsons. I was just thinking. I was like, ooh man, Family Guy's kind of funny. And I just thought of that joke. But I would say that overall there is more funny jokes.
If you say so, man, I guess. But I'm just saying you need to at some point. You know what? At this point, because if we seriously do watch the prequels at some point, that's like 6 hours. That's another what's another 20 minutes? All right, we'll watch one full episode of Classic Simpsons, and you will see.
Okay, then we also have to watch one episode of Classic, or not even Classic, but just Family Guy.
I'm not showing you Classic Simpsons because I'm trying to change your mind. I'm showing it because you said you never saw it. So that's why I want you to see it, because you've never seen. I've seen Classic Family Guy, and I'm not gonna change my mind about it. And I might even say it's the worst thing ever. I mean, I'll give it. Classic Family Guy is better than The Simpsons is now.
Do you think you've ever changed your mind in an argument?
At some point, probably.
Really?
Well, I don't know. Have you?
Name what? Wait,
have,
name
have
a
either-
specific time. Name it.
I didn't say I did. I said probably.
I was just throwing your own. I was throwing it back
Yeah.
No,
at
I
you.
know.
Jack
No, I
was
know.
just-
No,
I
and
was
that
just
that would
joking.
have been.
I was joking.
No, that was a fair thing to do, but I'm just saying.
I don't think
probably.
that's fair. Because
I
it's like
didn't
there's
say
so
yes.
many.
I said if I said yes and I couldn't think of one, then I'd be wrong. I said probably, but I can't say.
Okay, I see.
What have you? Have you ever changed your mind in an argument?
Yeah.
All right, name one. Name a time.
See, we're just arguing with gotcha moments. You can't argue
But I
with gotcha
got you.
moments.
I'm asking.
You can win a debate, but you can lose the
The
argument.
reason I'm saying name one is because I want you to name one. And then I'll,
When you
I'll,
informed me what IMDb actually is, and I gave it to
Okay,
you.
good.
If
Yeah. All right, you're right.
Do you think you would have given that?
Do you think I would have done what?
Did what I did and admitted I was wrong?
If I was, well, you were factually wrong, and if I was proven factually wrong, then yeah, I'll admit I'm wrong. Well, just because I'm the debate king does not mean you have to.
Okay, well there.
See, you can't say that.
Why can't I say that?
This is why we poke you, because you say stuff like that.
'Cause I'm
I'm the debate king. I have higher IQ. I'm actually
okay,
smart, so I
first of
enjoy
all-
these.
Okay, first of all, saying I have higher IQ, I do by default because you guys have never done an IQ test.
What's your IQ test online?
Yeah,
Yeah, he found it online.
yeah,
So it's
I
not
don't
like
know if
it's not
that's-
like actually tested.
I don't know if
yeah. I'm
that's
sure it was
verified.
0 before. I'm sure it was 0. That's what I
No,
actually
but I'm saying it. I don't think it needs to be verified.
by
'Cause I
you.
remember my parents and
Mr.
my
IQ?
grandfather. No, you do it like through actual stuff, like a university or something. Like you go and get tested.
All right, well, I'll call WSU and say, give me an IQ test. I guess.
I don't know, but
until
going on
then-
Google.
Until then, my IQ was 136 until I could be proven wrong.
Isn't that like out of like what is that out of?
That's 4 points away from genius. So if it's true, you're almost.
So
a
you're
genius.
Einstein almost.
No, Einstein didn't have an 140 level IQ. He had his IQ was 190 something.
Oh.
I mean, genius is like a wide variety in terms of IQ. Is a wide range. you
Yeah,
know? There's
that's-
stupid.
So by that state, I could just say my IQ is 300, and that's my scale.
I'll tell you what. Take an IQ test. Take,
I'll take an online IQ.
yeah,
test.
and whatever it says, I'll believe. All right. I'll believe you got that.
Oh, that's a good
You're not
one.
gonna- you're not-
I'm gonna screenshot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 216.
Hey, we have this on the
No,
radio
no,
show.
you get screenshot. You need to pull. You need to pull it up. You have it. Have
Yeah.
it pulled up.
But
yeah.
I'm gonna find the easiest, most.
But we gotta have yours pulled up too.
I'll take it again. Yeah, I'll be glad to take it again.
But yeah, I think there is a way that we could actually get our IQs tested and going to like
officially.
a state government.
Oh yeah, official. Hello, government. Can you please?
no,
can you
no, it's
please-
like through an actual apparatus. That's
Yeah,
not
no.
Google.
All right, we'll tell you what,
Google.com.
find it
It's
for
like
me.
it's like an SAT test.
Find it for me, and I will take it. All right.
What if you get like 110 or like 100?
Then I'll accept that.
What if he gets like 150, dude? We're just
Yeah,
like,
and
Yeah,
you're
it
"Sound
goes up.
down."
and then you're cooked. You know, I'm a genius. It could have been wrong because I could have been saying I'm smarter than I am, but it also could have been saying I'm dumber than I am. You know?
And I think what bothers us when you say like IQ is why I like the originals more. Is you're kind of bringing an objectivity
Okay,
to
here's-
something that's so subjective.
Here's the thing. I will stop saying that. I will stop saying that on the because I only ever said that in response to you talking about how more people agree with you or whatever. So I'll never bring up any surveys or any polls or that put you in the lead, and I will never bring up the IQ thing again. All
Put
right?
you in the lead. Can I bring up ones that don't put me in the lead?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna do that. That's the point. That's
Maybe
why
I will.
Wait, so how do you debate then?
we go by. Well, how is it unfair that I bring my IQ into it when you bring? Like,
Well, because
polls
you're
into it?
implying like this actual it's objectively better, and
Yeah, but you're doing
and
the same
because
thing.
you have a higher IQ, you realize that.
But you're doing the same thing by bringing up polls that are like, look, I'm in the lead. I have more people on my side.
Yeah.
So you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why is it wrong when I do it?
No, but the thing is, IQ isn't like. So you're telling me if you're at a debate and you have to debate
wait.
to save your life, you're gonna say your evidence is I have higher IQ?
No, I'm not going to say that. But I'm going to say, but if you're going to start bringing up, look at all the people on my side. That
Well, see,
means
the
you're
difference
wrong, then.
is the people on my side, they're all just subjective opinions. What you're saying is that your IQ is revealing to you that
Okay.
it is just better. Like
If
So
we're
then
gonna, if
you're
we're gonna take
right.
this
objectively.
completely seriously here, you realize it's a joke, right? It's a joke.
Yeah, it's just
So
all
why-
just for
why are you
fun.
talking-
G.I. Jane joke.
So if you're gonna,
It's all just for fun.
so then why are you going into it's like I'm being unfair by bringing that into it.
I feel like no, hold on. There was an air like when you were bringing it up that you were being like you honestly thought that you're smarter, and so that's why you.
I mean,
like
you want
the
me to be
original.
100% honest?
Yeah.
I think that it's probably a sign of low IQ if you think the prequels are better.
Yeah, see, so there is realness to this.
Yeah, in the same way where you think because more people agree with you that you could just find
Sign of low IQ, dude.
Yeah, because you can't name one thing that was actually good. You can't name.
I've named many, and you just
the flashing, the pretty sparkles on the
No.
screen, and how hot Padme was.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
those are real important elements in a movie.
no.
Yeah.
I said
Look, if I ask you if a movie is good, I expect you to talk about the characters and the cinematography.
yeah. That's
and
what I'm saying.
The
is
story,
the Revenge of the Sith story is really
the
good.
story of what 2 hours of political crap, and then the half hour Obi-Wan and Anakin fight
No,
for
just
an
the
hour.
whole thing. The background. You get to see the background of Darth Vader, one of the best.
You
Star
know where you
Wars
get to see
characters.
Darth Vader actually do stuff.
Yeah, when he's
The
old
originals.
and he's fighting like
Well,
with
why do you
2
care-
seconds
then-
swings.
then why
like,
do you-
whoa.
One thing I like about the prequels is that if each villain of each movie, so the Phantom Menace was Darth Maul, right?
That was awesome.
Wait, now you
Count
said 2
Dooku,
lines, yeah.
Count Dooku, and then General Grievous.
Some old man. Yeah.
But the thing is, each villain represents Anakin as Darth Vader. So Machine, General Grievous is Machine.
Ooh, I didn't
Count
think about
Dooku
that.
is a good guy turned bad guy, and then Darth Maul uses all his rage.
You're right. Those are 3. You know what would have been cool too if they were well written characters that you cared about at all. That would have helped.
Dude,
But I could
love
say
Darth
that-
Maul
I could
and
say that
Grievous.
A
about-
guy said 2 lines and did nothing and flipped around and fought 2 guys we don't care
Yeah,
about.
you don't need to have a lot of lines for it to be a good character.
What was
I
his
mean,
character?
look at Boba Fett.
Well, what about
Yeah, Boba Fett was the main villain in the Empire.
No, but he was a
Strikes
great
Back.
character.
what about No Country for Old Men?
I never seen that
Ooh.
movie.
Well, that
Kruger.
character was one of the best villains in a movie, and I think he spoke. He had one of the best lines. He just said,
Yep.
"You want to do tails or heads?" And then, like that's pretty much like his
Yeah,
line.
I don't think.
Well, did Darth Maul? Okay, well that's cool, but Darth Maul didn't do anything else. He fought a guy and then got killed, and that's his whole story.
He was an awesome villain though, like
What
just
did he do
character
that was-
design wise.
See, but the
That he
thing,
looks like the devil.
but the thing
That
is,
was his-
but you asked why do we like it, and I'm saying like one thing is really cool is that how they made the film 3 different villains being 3 different
I do like
things
that.
that Anakin was a part of.
yeah, but I'm saying okay, but when
So
I say
it's like foreshadowing.
okay, you can like that, but I'm just saying when I say like what's a good movie, I'm expecting you to talk about the story and
That's
the
what he's
writing.
That's-
talking
that's
about.
part of the story.
That's the story.
No,
that's the overarching.
That's dumb at over-analyzing analogy stuff. That's
I
not.
don't know about that.
But
I
didn't
think,
you say Grown Ups wasn't good because you were over analyzing how they were just an SNL skit brought back together?
No, I just said
And how would kids know that?
that wasn't the main reason it was bad. It was bad because it wasn't funny. But that was a problem with it. The fact that
So that's
why
over
are-
analyzing.
that's not over-analyzing. It's just what the movie was. You realize the point of the movie was it was like an SNL, an old school SNL reunion.
So
and
they
that was-
said, "Hey guys, we're gonna make this movie, and I want everybody to think. I want all you parents to think this is an SNL skit."
not that it's a skip, but it's a reunion of these actors who were big on the show, 20 years ago. At that point, that's literally what the movie was.
But did they say that that's exactly why they made the movie?
Frankly, I'm pretty sure they did. If you go to an interview or something, yeah.
so we like it. It's got great character designs, good overarching
like the
story.
Yeah, 3 hour, 2/3 of it just being talking about politics again.
No, that's just that. We're almost done, dude.
One of the
Yeah.
best lightsaber duels ever.
Yeah, flashing lights that mean nothing because you don't care about the characters at all. Yep.
Okay, how is what's good about Luke?
Okay, we gotta wrap this up. We gotta make
Yeah,
this.
see,
up.
I'm not
Okay,
letting
I'll
myself
answer, I'll
get
answer
into
your
this.
question and then we'll wrap up. All right. I'll answer. What's your question?
was
Where
my
we
mom.
where were you going with this? What about Luke?
Well, what is really good about Luke? I like Luke.
Luke as a character,
Yeah, Luke as a character.
because the point of Luke's character is that he's this guy. He grows up on a farm. He's always
Yeah,
wanted
random
to.
farmer.
What?
I'm just doing what you're doing. When we give points, you
He
just go,
kissed
yeah,
his
random
sister.
farmer.
He kissed his sister.
Kiss his sister.
You can do that because my
Incest.
points still stand no matter what you say. Yeah,
He's an
he
incest
was a
farm boy.
Yeah, he was a random farmer. Yep, he was a kid who grew up on a farm who wanted more. Whose whole thing was he wanted more out of life. He wanted to go and
Yeah,
fight for
Anakin.
what he believed in.
Anakin.
Anakin was a whiny bitch. He was not like that. Luke. and the
Anakin
point-
wanted
He
more.
turned
And the
because
point
of
of Luke.
Padme.
The point of Luke is that he. The point of Luke is that he grew up. He finally did get what he wanted in terms of he got to go out and join the rebellion, but he realizes that he wasn't cut out for it, and he wasn't a good. By Empire Strikes Back, when he dooms the whole galaxy by fighting Darth Vader and getting his hand cut off, he's like he wants to do what's right, but he's impatient and he doesn't think things through. And then by Return of the Jedi, after he's finally trained to be a Jedi, on the outside he believes himself to be because he has these new powers with the Force he believes that he has become a Jedi Master, but he's still not ready for it, and he still has his internal doubts because when he goes to fight Darth Vader, he lets the anger take over him. He tries to straight up kill Darth Vader. Anakin is Darth Vader, yes.
No.
But the thing that made him, he's an interesting character because his ultimate downfalls and his ultimate triumphs are that he isn't like a normal Jedi. He's not like a normal Jedi because all the other Jedi tell him, their ghosts tell him, you have to go kill Darth Vader. There's no good left in him. But Luke, because he's a real one, tries to save him. But his downfall is that he's not like the other Jedi. He gets angry, he's overconfident, he tries to kill Darth Vader. I'm not going by the sequels because I'm just judging the original movies. That is what made Luke a good character. All right.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if you were describing Luke or Anakin.
That's what makes Luke a good character, my friend.
I think Anakin.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and use your soundboard for your own. Yeah, all right.
What did you just say?
You know, if we were actually in an audience, they'd be cheering for the Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. All right, but what? Okay, we have to wrap this up. Okay, so by the next show, but I mean, I feel like it's important to say, okay, no hard feelings here. We're all good.
This is great. It was a great discussion.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't take this that seriously. Just to be clear, like I have not. I said Back to the Future is my favorite movie. I haven't seen it in what 5 years probably. So it's like I don't take this that seriously. So we're all good. We're all chill.
Yeah, we're all
good. All right.
I don't know about Mikey. He's crying over there. I don't know what's going on.
I'm using those headphones next week, dude.
Oh, your ears hurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was great. That was a great discussion.
But yeah, no, that was a good. Next week. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. It was a good show. I'm sorry we didn't get to all the stuff I had planned, but this. I'm glad we hashed this out because it was a funny. I said we were going to talk about Star Wars and we did it for the past half hour, but whatever,
I feel like we talked for like an hour.
Well, you asked about hot takes on movies. How are we not going to talk about the whole Star Wars?
Because we're going to talk about Star Wars next week, possibly.
Okay.
But anyway, thanks for listening. Next week, like I said, we might do the prequel discussion, and that's going to be the end of talking about Star Wars. We're banning Star Wars from the show after that.
Yeah, right.
All right. So anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for being here, Jack and Mikey, and we'll see you next week on the show. All right. Bye. Get out.